Oh, hey, I didn't see you there. But I sure am glad to see you there because as it's that time again, it's time for another week of Monopoly. We're up to episode 6 already. It feels like we just started. Well, I guess we kind of did because we are only 6 episodes in. But boy, we're having a lot of fun doing it. And we're going to get right to it because we want to make sure that we're done in time for the boss to go to work. So, let us engage the Concord. I know Neil is over there ready as he's going to be filling in for Travis since Travis is taking a nappy poo. So, we will begin tonight's entry by having a great show. And we'll do it in 3, 2, 1.
Monopoly, the world's most popular board game is now Monopoly. Here comes the players. Red player Rambo, gold player Johnny, and the green player Southie. Here comes Mr. Monopoly, Jason Myers. And here's the host of Monopoly, Scruggs Ferguson.
Woo! That is right, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of Monopoly, coming to you live from Grandma Studios inside of the MVG production house. I would like to thank Mr. Neil Skernetsky for filling in tonight for Travis Coulter as our announcer. Appreciate that. Now he'll move back into his normal spot in the judge's role, and we'll see whether or not we hear from him later.
It depends if I stay awake long enough.
Well, this is true. But we want to thank all of you, as always, for being here for another great episode of Monopoly. This is, of course, our 6th episode of the season. And, man, we've got a good one for you here tonight. We, of course, start with our champion in the red position last week. He absolutely took us for everything we were worth, plus a little bit extra. He comes back to us on a 2-game winning streak with $114,640. Please welcome back to the Monopoly stage the chief himself, Mr. Brandon Scruggs.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Glad to be here.
Well, good to have you here as well, Brandon. Yeah, last week you went in and done something that only one other player had ever done, and that's to absolutely hit the all the kit and caboodle and the big shebang and any other words you want to come up. Took us for almost $100,000 alone last week between the front game and the bonus game. You've got to be riding that high coming into this week.
Still dumbfounded that it actually happened, but I watched the dice, and as they landed on that final 11, again, I'm speechless, but to say that I've at least done something with Monopoly now, because I can cross that off the old bucket list. Let's just see if I can try to pick up a win, because I know I got some tough competition tonight.
Yeah, there's definitely going to be a good one tonight. Is there any one thing that so far in your run here on Monopoly you feel like you still need to improve upon?
Buzzer speed.
I think that is a universal. A lot of people would say that one. So we'll wish you the best of luck with that buzzer speed. And boy, you're definitely going to need it tonight with some of these players, because we start off here with our gold player. He is with us for the first time this season in our gold position. Ladies and gentlemen, Gianni Peasy.
Hello, good to be back.
Good to have you here, Gianni. And there it is. There's the applause. I was going to say for a minute, I think it's an anti-New Jersey crowd tonight, but it worked itself out. So yeah, Gianni, first time.
Apparently, it's a WCW crowd. There's a delayed reaction.
Well, so yeah, this is your first appearance here on Monopoly for the 3rd season. So why don't you go ahead and start off, tell everybody a little bit about yourself.
Yeah, 22 years old from Western New Jersey, recent college graduate. I currently work as an usher for a major sports arena known as Prudential Center. And when I'm not doing that, I like going to concerts. And of course, I have known as the fish head around here. Mostly, I go to fish shows. I've currently been to, as of now, 27 fish shows. On New Year's Eve, I'll be at 31.
Wow. So yeah, you are definitely right. You are the resident fish head, and you're known as that. But you're also starting to become known as the happy twin brother of Hunter Dillon.
Yes.
Good response.
You pointed that, a few weeks ago.
Yeah, so there's a resemblance between the two of them, and about the only thing difference there is you've got one that's got shorter hair and one's got longer hair. But yeah, so Gianni, we're going to wish you the best of luck tonight as you go up against two absolute thunder bombs, I think would be the best way to put it, because I kind of get tired of the Titan word, especially living in Tennessee. Definitely tired of the Titans. So good luck to you as we move over. Yeah, I know. As we move over to meet our green player, this will be his, let's see, clicked on the wrong screen there. This will be his second appearance with us this season. So far, he sits with $10,000 in his bank. Please welcome back Scott Seffy McVeigh.
Thank you, and I'm glad to be. It's good to see you again, Mr. Ferguson.
Hey, good to have you back here as well. It's kind of funny. I don't know why this popped in my head, but I was just thinking, of course, when we got to know each other, well, I guess it's been 1.5 years, 2 years ago now, when you joined MVG. I think it would be fair to say that we were rivals. Enemies. Definitely rivals. Bumped heads pretty hard, but I think we definitely found our way to the other side of that bridge.
I am so glad to do that too, though. Like I said, I now consider you a good friend as well. There.
Hey, I consider me a good friend too. So, but hey, yeah, you're a good guy. You're one of those out there that knows how to take a good joke and can give it back with the best of them. So yeah, we mentioned you've got $10,000 to your name right now. You're actually sitting in 4th place overall. Still early in the season, but definitely could have some movement today. Coming into this, what are your feelings? Maybe spots to where you think you've got some opportunity or even some concern there as you go up against Brandon and Gianni tonight?
First of all, let's do the concerns. Brandon, we all know, is a very good player here. There's a reason why he's the boss of our company here as well. And with what he did last week, that puts a little bit of a hint of fear in my system there as well. Gianni, I also know he's a really good player as well. So like I said, I'm not going to show any confidence. I'm going to basically say I'm going to hope for a good play through tonight.
Well, when you said about having the fear of the boss, I was going to say, are you saying that because he's, he slept with the boss's daughter? But
no, no, I was going to say he's a really good player himself too. So that's the reason why I know he can do really good trivia as well.
You're absolutely right there, and of course I had to give a little poke there to Mr. Scruggs, as many people, will not kind of take that opportunity to joke with him, even though he is a very jovial person, and I know we've had some personal discussions about why people don't kind of come after him with some of the jokes and pranks that we do, but I definitely try to be equal opportunity on that. But yeah,
you're an equal opportunity hater, and I kind of appreciate it.
Yes, that is true. But yeah, Seffy, coming into this, I definitely think that you've got some opportunity here. You're an outstanding player yourself, but the only way we can figure out how this is going to work is to get to the game. So again, best of luck to all of you. So as we get into this, of course, this is the acquisition phase of our game. As we get ready to start with this, of course, we're going to do a quick little buzzer check. Fantastic. Boy, they're ready to go. He said he was going to work on the speed, but there's another one. I guess, there we go. Gianni found his buzzer. I think it was underneath a fish poster. All right.
Thousands would have, yes.
Right. That's one of those things with the hair and knowing that he likes fish. I kind of imagine that Gianni's bedroom is covered with like 80s style posters and stuff on both the walls and the ceiling, and possibly some wood paneling on the wall. But with that said, here we go with the acquisition phase. Here is how it goes. Of course, we're going to be making one entire trip around the board. We're going to stop at each individual property of the color groups. You'll notice at the bottom of that property group, there are dollar amounts. We're going to ask them trivia questions. They get the question correct, the money's going to go into their bank. They get it wrong, they will lose that money and it'll become a toss-up for one of the other players. If nobody gets it right, we'll cut that property value in half one time and one time only until someone finally gets it right. Once we've made it through all of the properties in that color group, if somebody owns it all, they get a special little bonus. If it's owned by multiple people, then we'll have us a little showdown round. We'll talk more about that when that time comes. So let's get into it. Everybody's ready. Here we go. We start with our brown property group and Mediterranean Avenue. This is a $60 property, players. Good luck tonight. Here comes your first question. In the Second Punic War, what general crossed the Alps with elephants to attack Italy? And that's Seffi.
Alexander the Great.
And double checking. No, I'm sorry. That's going to cost you 60. So Gianni or Brandon? So what do you think it was now?
Hannibal.
Hannibal would have been the correct answer.
My brain was going off tonight, but that's okay.
That's all right. It is early. So we're going to cut that property value in half. It's now $30. Next question. In history, what was the number of the first manned Apollo mission to land on the moon? Scott?
11?
11 is correct. $30 over to you. Takes you to negative 30. You have one of the browns. Now we go to Baltic Avenue. $60, players. In geography, what volcano is the highest mountain in Japan? Brandon.
Mount Fujiyama.
Mount Fujiyama is correct. $60 to you. You're at 60 even. And we're going to have a showdown here for our brown properties between Brandon and Scott. First correct answer takes it. Gianni, you'll sit this out. Here comes your showdown question. What athletic endurance competition gets its name from the site of a Greek battle about 25 miles? And that's Seffi.
Marathon.
Marathon is correct, and you have taken the brown property group. With it comes $120 of combined value, taking you up to $90. We now go to our light blue properties. We start with Oriental Avenue. $100. All players are involved with this next question. In medicine, what drug company trademarked the name aspirin in 1899? Brandon.
Was it Bayer?
Bayer is correct. $100 to you, takes you to $160. Now we go to Vermont Avenue. $100. What U.S. magazine is published by and named for the institution that runs 16 museums and the U.S. National Zoo? Scott.
The Smithsonian.
Smithsonian, all tongue tied up, is correct. $100 to you. You're at $190. One for Scott, one for Brandon. Next is Connecticut Avenue. $120 for this one, players. According to its Latin name, the constellation Ursa Major depicts what type of animal? Scott?
Bear.
More specific.
Grizzly bear.
I'm going to give you one more opportunity to clarify.
Brown bear?
No, I'm sorry. I do not believe I can give that to you, so we're going to take 120. Brandon, Gianni.
Is it a polar bear?
Nope, sorry. Can't give you that. Brandon? You don't have to go for it. Go ahead.
Take a shot. Is it a black bear?
No, I'm sorry. I cannot give that to you either. Correct answer is the great bear. Great.
Oh, major. That makes more sense.
Yeah. All right. So we're going to cut that property value down in half now to $60. Here's your next question. Which peanut-filled candy bar was named after the Mars family's favorite horse? Scott.
Snickers.
Snickers is correct. $60 to you. Takes you to $130. All right, so we've got, I believe, 2 for Seffi and 1 for Brandon, correct?
Yes.
All right, so now we go to a showdown here. Brandon, I'm going to need 2 correct answers from you. Seffi, I only need 1. All right, here we go. First showdown. Which species is the tallest land mammal in the animal kingdom? Brandon.
Giraffe.
Giraffe is correct. Next correct answer takes the monopoly. What city is home to the U.S. Supreme Court building? Brandon.
Annapolis?
No, sorry. Scott.
Washington, D.C.
Washington, D.C. is correct, and you have taken the light blue properties. With that comes $320 of combined value, taking you up to $450. We now make our turn onto 2nd Street and our magenta properties. We start with St. Charles Place. $140, players, for this question. Everyone is involved. What Mexican food item literally translates to little donkey? Brandon.
Burrito.
Burrito is correct. 140 to you. You're at 180. You have one magenta. Next up, States Avenue for $140. In movies, which 1980s comedy spawned sequels subtitled Mission to Moscow and Citizens on Patrol? Scott.
Police Academy.
Police Academy is correct. 140 to you. You're at 590. Now we go to Virginia Avenue. $160, players. In astronomy, what planet of our solar system is known for its great red spot? Scott.
Jupiter.
Jupiter is correct. 160. You're at 750. All right. Once again, Brandon and Scott will be on a face-off here. Gianni, you'll sit out. Scott, need one correct answer. Brandon, I need two. The characters Inky, Pinky, Blink. Brandon?
Pac-Man.
Pac-Man is correct. Next correct answer takes the monopoly. Which U.S. company became the first to retail a line of frozen foods? Excuse me. Scott.
Swanson.
No. Brandon, it's a free guess.
I have no.
Bird's Eye. Bird's Eye.
Really?
Yeah.
I thought it was once.
All right. All right, here we go. Next one. What Emma's and Michael is the style of Mexican music featured on a Brandon?
Mariachi?
Mariachi is correct. And Brandon, you've got your first monopoly with the Magenta Property Group. $440 of combined value. Takes you up to $620.
Yeah, I'm not going to shut up.
Right. All right, so now we go to our Orange Property Group, and we are at St. James Place. $180, players. Everyone's involved. Here's the first question for the Oranges. Which U.S. coin featured a portrait of a bison on its reverse side from 19... And that's Seffi.
Nickel.
I will accept that. Nickel or Buffalo nickel could have also been accepted there. $180 to you. You're at $930. Now we go to Tennessee Avenue for $180. In Roman numerals, what calendar year is represented by the letters MM? Brandon.
2000.
In the year 2000. Yes, you are correct. $180 to you. You're up to $800. One for Brandon, one for Seffi. Gianni, are you still alive?
Yeah, I'm trying to buzz into some of these questions.
Fantastic. Just wanted to make sure. All right, here we go. New York Avenue, $200, players. In movies, what Australian actor plays the title role in the Crocodile? And that's Seffi.
Paul Hogan.
Paul Hogan is correct. 200 to you. You're at 1130. We're in very familiar territory. Seffi has two properties. Brandon has one. Gianni is sitting out. Brandon, two correct answers. You've done it before. If it is 3 p.m. in New York City, what time is it in Detroit, Michigan? Seffi.
2 p.m.
No, I'm sorry. Brandon.
3 p.m.?
It is still 3 p.m. That's correct. The time did not change. All right, here we go. Next correct answer gets it. In music, what veteran rock band released the album Just Push Play? Seffi.
Aerosmith.
Aerosmith is correct, and you have taken the Orange Property Group. That comes with $560 of combined value, taking you up to $1,690. We now go to 3rd Street and our Red Property Group. We start with Kentucky Avenue. $220, players. You're all involved again. Here comes your first question in the Reds. What is the only U.S. state name that ends with the letter K? Brandon. Sorry. Seffi.
New York.
New York is correct. $220 to you takes you to 1910. We now go to Indiana Avenue, home of John Bergman. $220 players. Here's your question. In television, what actress played Dr. Quinn, Medicine Woman? That was Jane Seymour.
Seymour, yeah.
Yeah.
See your
Yeah,
face.
picture
Terrible.
her.
All right. And that accent. All right. We cut the value down in half to $110. With more than 43 million members, which North American organization is the world's largest motor club? Seffi.
AAA.
AAA is correct. $110 to you. You're at 2020. All right. And you own both reds so far. Next up, Illinois Avenue. $240 players. What unit of land measurement equals 43,560 square feet? Seffi?
An acre.
Acre is correct. $240 for that property. You also have already got all three reds, which means you take that property group, and it's $680 of combined value, taking you up to $2,940. We now go to our yellow property group and Atlantic Avenue. $260 players. Everyone's involved except for Gianni, who's actually listened to the latest fish record, with this question. Founded by Cecil Rhodes, what D as in dog is the world's largest diamond company? Brandon.
De Beers.
De Beers is correct. 260 goes to you. You're up to 840. Now we go to Ventnor. Go ahead.
It's what I like to drink on my days off occasionally. De Beers.
And, you know, some people like to root for the team.
Right.
All right. Ventnor Avenue, $260 players. In movies, the title of a 1963 film featured King Kong battling what giant Japanese... And that is Brandon.
Godzilla.
Godzilla. Or I would have also accepted if you'd have said Gojira.
Gojira.
260 you're up to 1100. You own both yellows so far.
Especially if you say it in Gilbert Gottfried's voice.
Gojira! That wasn't my best, but all right. Marvin Gardens, $280. Here's your question. What movie-inspired nickname did the media give to Ronald Reagan's missile defense system? Seffi.
Bonzo. Oh, shit.
No, I'm sorry. It's going to cost you $280. Brandon or Gianni? That would be Star Wars.
Star Wars.
All right, we cut the value in half to 140 for this question. Omaha, Kansas City, and Sioux City all lie on which American river? Seffi.
The Missouri River.
The Missouri River is correct. 140 to you takes you back to 2,800. All right, this time we're reverse showdown between Scott and Brandon. Brandon only needs one correct answer. Seffi's going to need two. And Gianni's going to go over there and count his fingers and toes and see if they equal 20. All right, here's your first showdown question. Which national bus company issued the North American... And Brandon?
Greyhound.
Greyhound is correct, and you have taken the yellow property group. With that comes $800 of combined value, taking you up to $1,900. We now turn on to 4th Street. And that's right. Jason, what kind of avenue is this?
A very specific avenue.
That's right. It's
Pacific
specific.
Avenue.
That's right. $300 players. Here comes your question. Everyone's involved, although Gianni may still be counting. Christina Applegate first played promiscuous Kelly... Scott?
Married with Children.
Married with Children's correct. $300 to you takes you to $3,100. Now we go to North Carolina Avenue, home of Mr. Scruggs. Let's see if he can defend it. $300 players. In music, Yusuf Islam originally... Gianni?
Cat Stevens.
Holy shit, Gianni got one right. Cat Stevens is correct. And he's up to $180. And yes, there is a pulse. All right, next up, the home of the president, Pennsylvania Avenue. $320 players. Here's your question. Mozart composed his operas in Latin, German, and which other language? Gianni.
Italian?
Italian is correct. 320 to Gianni.
2 for 2.
He's at 500.
My.
All right. So for this showdown, it's going to be between Gianni, who needs one correct answer, and I believe that was Seffi.
Yep.
All right. Who's going to need 2 correct answers? Let's see if Gianni can do it. In sports, before joining the Lakers, Shaquille O'Neal played for what other... And that's Scott?
Orlando Magic.
Orlando Magic is correct. Next correct answer takes the green properties. In movies, what film based on a comic book about an all-girls rock band starred Rachel Lee Cook? Seffi.
M.
No, sorry. Good guess, though. Yeah, nothing to clap for there. I'm kind of surprised you didn't know this one, Gianni. Josie and the Pussycats.
I have not heard of that one.
Oh, wow.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Well, let's try another one. The Australian National University is located in what capital city? Gianni.
Canberra?
Canberra is correct, and Gianni has taken the green property group. With it comes $920 of combined value, taking him up to $1,420. We now go to our final property group. It's our dark blues, and we start with Park Place. $350. Everyone is involved, and boy, this game's heating up. Here comes the first question for the Blues. What was the code name for Woodward and Bernstein's secret Watergate source? Seffi.
Deep Throat.
Deep Throat is correct. That's also Corey Lawrence's nickname. $350 to you there, Seffi. Takes you up to $34.50. And now we're to our final property of the evening. It is Boardwalk. $400 at stake here, players. Here's your question. Noted for howling at night, the prairie wolf is better known by what and that would be Brandon?
Coyote.
Coyote is correct. 400 to you takes you up to 2,300, and we have our final showdown between Brandon and Seffi. One question takes the monopoly. This is a big one. The Bastille Opera House is located in what European city? Seffi.
Paris?
Paris is correct, and you have taken the dark blue properties. With that comes $750 of combined value, taking you up to $4,200. And with that sound, we have come to the end of the acquisition phase of our game. Let's see where we stand. Right now, with one Monopoly and $1,420, in third place is our gold player, Gianni Pizzi. In second place is our current champion, Brandon Scruggs. He has 2 Monopolies and $2,300. And leading the way right now with 5 Monopolies and $4,200 is our green player, Seffi Scott McVeigh. But as we know in this game, anything can change in the instant. As we go to this commercial break, these players are going to be using some of that money to make upgrades to their properties, adding those houses and hotels. And when we come back, we do our 15-minute big money round to find out who's going to go on for that chance to win unheard of amounts of money right here on your favorite board game that's now a game show. That's right, it's Monopoly. Welcome back, everybody, here in Monopoly. That's right, Monopoly. If you want to squeeze it so later she can please it, then you see Alice. That's right, Monopoly is sponsored by Cialis, so make sure to go out and pick you up a 42-pack today. All right, so yes, we are back here. We have got quite the game going for you here. So let's take a look at how things stand after our players were able to go out and spend some of that money to put houses and hotels on. As you see, our board, as usual, it is all hoed out. That's right. We need that to become a thing. So everybody, make sure you go over to X and hashtag hoe it out. So if that becomes a hashtag, I don't know what I'm gonna do. All right. So here we go. So of course.
Sorry, children.
That's right. Yes, the hashtag hoe it out, hashtag sorry children. All right, so probably wouldn't want to do that in the same one because then people might have questions. All right, so right now in third place, our gold player, Johnny Peasy, with $670. In second is our champion, Brandon Scruggs. Red player, $800. And our green player, Scott Seppi McVeigh, with $950. Well, it's everybody out there in the audience's favorite time of our night when we bring in our good old pal, Mr. Monopoly himself, Jason Quantavius Myers.
What's up, everybody?
And sometimes they call him Jason Q Myers. Jason, that Q, doesn't it stand for potential?
It did yesterday.
Okay. So, well, good. So, yeah, we've got a absolute...
It stands for fulfilled.
Unfulfilled. Well, yeah, Cialis. Oh.
I mean, it's a good opportunity to put the sponsor in, but yeah, still fulfilled.
Oh, fulfilled. And that's probably because you use Cialis.
Exactly.
You go quick.
Cialis, the quicker dicker upper.
They may not be sponsored by Cialis.
Hey, I figure if I say this long enough, eventually one of our shows is getting sponsored by Cialis. And the good news about that means all the Cialis we can handle. Or all she can handle. Either way. So, yes, Jason, we've got quite the game going here tonight. We look at this just between first and third place. We've got a difference of $280.
And a little bit different scenario than what we had last week. It's not two colors dominating. Gianni was able to actually get on the board as opposed to last week. We only had red and green, no yellows.
Well, and last week, of course, we finally saw the return of those hostile takeovers. And as we know, the right person gets the right answer there. All of a sudden, this game can flip on its head in a hurry.
Indeed. So nobody should be counting themselves out just yet.
All right. Well, as always, it is good to have you here. It's also good to have Neil the Duckster Nitsky here.
Yeah, quack.
So I would assume that you are ready to perform your judgely duties. Fantastic. So, of course, if you hear the duck going through the remainder of the game here, that means that the judge has something to say. So, with that being said, it's time to get into our 15-minute big money round. We're going to go ahead and let Mr. Monopoly get everything set up on his end as we explain to you how this round works. And hopefully most of you know by now, because most of you are our return customers. So, again, this is a good time, even before we go ahead and say this. We would love it if you would go out there on all your social medias, whether it be Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, whatever else you may possibly use, inside of Discord servers you're in. Man, go out and share this video with people. Tell people it's going on right now. Let's see if we can't get that number in the live chat up to 20 before this thing's over with. We would love to see it. But share, share, share away. But as we were saying, here in our 15-minute big money round, we're going to go around this board as many times as we possibly can. If we wind up landing at any time on any of the properties, whoever owns it's going to get a question all for themselves. If they get it correct, they're going to get the rent amount that will be shown on the card in the middle of the board. And, of course, it's going to be for a hotel, the hotel price, so it's going to be for lots and lots of money. If they get it wrong, they won't lose the money, but it does become a toss-up for the other two players. If one of them gets it correct, they'll steal that money. If they get it wrong, however, they're going to lose that money, and it just goes off into the instance. It's kind of like it goes away to the souffle from tic-tac-toe or something. I don't know. We still haven't figured out where that money goes. For all we know, it may be in Kitty Bergman's bra, and we're not going to find out if it's there or not. Nope.
Yeah,
But-
we're just hoping there's no foreclosures on that thing.
Oh, Lord have mercy. Boy, okay, yeah, that you'd need 2 tow trucks.
Yeah.
So, of
Too
course,
big
yeah, right. Things that make you go, All right, so of course we have our utilities as well, electric company and waterworks, 100 times the roll on those, so those can turn into big bucks right there. We've also got community chest and chance, which just likes to screw around with both me and the players. We have our free parking up there, which of course starts at $500, and we'll get money added to it as we go around the board. And of course, those railroads, those are the hostile takeovers. And again, it is one question from flipping this game on its head. So if you guys are ready, I know I sure as hell am. Let's do it. Let's do the 15-minute big money round. All right, so with that said, we have got Mr. Monopoly over there. He's going to give us the roll, and when he reads it out, we'll hit the number on the board, and we will get that timer started. Here we go, Mr. Monopoly. First roll, please.
First roll coming up is doubles right out of the gate, and it's a 10.
And that takes us to just visiting. Nothing doing there. Let's have another roll.
Don't wake Bubba.
Sorry.
Doubles again, and it's 8.
And that's Tennessee Avenue.
All right, Seffi, this question is all for you. It's worth $950.
All right, Seffi. What backward gliding dance step is the title of Michael Jackson's autobiography?
That's Moonwalker. Moonwalk.
I'm sorry, I've got to take your first answer, and that is incorrect. Toss up for Brandon or Gianni. Brandon.
Moonwalk.
Moonwalk is correct. Moonwalker, I'm sorry, is incorrect on that one. So that is $950 over to Brandon, taking you to $1,750. Next roll, please.
Hoping it's not another double because safe 2 and 3 for 5.
Indiana Avenue.
All right, Seffi, let's try that again, shall we? This time there's $10.50 on the line.
All right, Seffi. What Kenneth Grahame children's novel follows the adventures of Mole, Rat, Toad, and Badger?
The Wind in the Willows.
Wind in the Willows is correct. $1,050 to you, takes you to $2,000. Next roll.
This time 6 and a 4 for a 10.
And we are to the community chest. It's about that time.
I love it.
All right, here we go. This first one says interest rate hike. Red player, you will be paying 10% of your score. So that's going to be 170. Whoopsie, wrong button. Okay. So, well, if I back up, it disappears it off of the board. So we were at community chest.
Chest on 4th Street.
Okay. So $175 will be taking from you, Brandon. And we will add that into the free parking jackpot, taking it up to $675. Next roll, please.
5 and 3 for an 8.
So we have passed go. That's $200 into all of the players' banks, and we have landed on Mediterranean Avenue.
And Seffi, it's another question thrown your way. This time it's only worth $250.
All right, Seffi. In television, what city was the setting for the drama series Homicide: Life on the Street?
New York?
No, I'm sorry. Toss up. Brandon or Gianni for $250.
Question one more time.
Yes, in television, what city was the setting for the drama series Homicide: Life on the Street? That would be Baltimore. Baltimore. That's also where we got the first time we saw the John Munch character that eventually transferred over to Law and Order SVU. All right, next
Get out of
roll.
my head, nerd.
Sorry.
We got 1 and 6 for 7.
And that's Vermont Avenue.
All right, Seffi, you seem to be getting all the questions this round. This time it's worth $5.50.
All right, Seffi. Found in a trench in France, what German Shepherd dog went on to star in more than 20 Hollywood films?
Rin Tin Tin.
Rin Tin Tin is correct. $5.50 takes you to $27.50. Next roll.
3 and 1 for 4.
And that's the electric company.
And that's one of our 2 utility spots players. This question is worth 100 times what I just rolled, so $400 on the line. It's open season.
Go figure. It's not a Seffi question. Here we go. What group of Ecuadorian islands was named for the giant tortoises that inhabit it? Seffi.
Galapagos Islands.
The Galapagos is correct. 400 to you takes you to 31.50. Next roll.
4 and 3 for 7.
That's New York Avenue.
Well, would you look at that? It's another Seffi question. This time it's worth $1,000.
Seffi and food, what term for ordering separately priced items is French for by the menu?
A la carte.
A la carte's correct. $1,000 to you. You're at $41.50. Next roll.
We're approaching 10 minutes here. This time there's 2 and 4 for 6.
And that's the B&O Railroad.
All aboard, players! This is hostile takeover time. One correct answer will give you a chance to take over somebody's property. Good luck.
Players, in sailing, what S is in Sam is the nautical term for the rear end of a boat? Seffi.
A stern.
Stern is correct. Seffi, which of those 3 monopolies out there would you like to attack?
Magenta, please.
All right, the magenta, so we're going to back it up. So, of course, here, if you ever give me an incorrect answer, you will pay me the rent for that, which starting for this one, $750. Give me 3 correct answers in a row, however, and you will steal that monopoly from Brandon. Here we go, question 1. In music, which Latin rock pioneer won a Grammy with Rob Thomas for the song Smooth?
Santana.
Carlos Santana is correct. There's 1. Next up, States Avenue, another $750 on the line. In 1988, Chrysler became the first U.S. automaker to include what safety device as standard equipment?
The airbag.
Airbag is correct. All right, 1 more, and you're going to take the monopoly, but there's $900 at risk for this one. Which California city is home to the Tournament of Roses parade?
Pasadena.
Pasadena is correct, and you have stolen the magenta properties from Brandon. $440 is coming your way, takes you up to $45.90, and this hostile takeover is successful. Next roll.
It's doubles, and it's a 10.
And that's Illinois Avenue.
Who'd have thunk it? Another question for Seffi. $1,100 on the line this time.
All right, for the Seffi Show, before he escaped and returned to France, Napoleon Bonaparte was exiled to what island?
Elba.
Elba is correct. 1,100. 56.90 is where you sit, and where we sits with another roll.
5 and 3 for an 8.
All right, we've landed on North Carolina Avenue.
Well, there is green on it, but it's actually owned by yellow, and that's Gianni. You get a question finally. It's worth $12.75.
Gianni in television, which actress played Dana Scully on The X-Files? Toss up. Seffi.
Jillian Anderson.
Jillian Anderson is correct. $12.75 to you. You're up to $69.65. Next roll.
6 and 1 for a 7.
And we're on Boardwalk.
All right, the Seffi Show continues. There's $2,000 on the line for this question, Seffi.
Seffi, which day of the week comes first alphabetically?
Friday.
Friday is correct. That was in time. 2,000 you. 89.65. Next roll.
4 and 1 for a 5.
All right, we have passed go. That's $200 to our players, but we've also landed on income tax.
Hi. You know that $200 you just collected? Yeah, I'm going to need that back, please. And thank you.
We put that in the free parking jackpot, taking it up to $1,275. Next roll.
2 and 5 for a 7.
St. Charles Place.
$750 on the line, Seffi.
All right, Seffi. In 1935, the trial of the century focused on the kidnapping of which famed aviator's baby?
Charles Lindbergh.
Charles Lindbergh, correct. 750 you. $9,715. Next roll and a time update, please.
5.5 to go. 4 and 2 for a 6.
And that's community chest. And the card says, theater seats for opening night. The yellow player will be receiving $200 from each of the other players. So, $200 from Seffi, $200 from Brandon. That means $400 going to Gianni. He goes up to $1,270, and we're ready for another roll.
6 and 3 for a 9.
And that is Atlantic Avenue.
I don't recognize any. Oh wait, that's red. Brandon, hi. This question is for you. It's worth $11.50.
All right, Brandon. In math, what Greek letter is used to express the ratio of the circumference of a circle to its diameter?
Pi.
Pi is correct. 1150 to you takes you to 2725. Next roll.
2 and 3 for a 5.
And that would be Pacific Avenue.
While we enjoy this little glimpse to keep away from Seffi, Gianni, this question is for you. It's $12.75 on the line.
All right, Gianni. What 1952 John Steinbeck novel is based on the biblical story of Cain and Abel?
Of Mice and Men.
No, I'm sorry. Toss up. East of Eden. East of Eden. All right. Another roll, please.
3 and 5 for an 8.
Back to Boardwalk.
And back to Seffi for $2,000.
Seffi, in geography, Port of Spain is the capital of Trinidad and which other country?
Tobago.
Tobago is correct. 2,000 to you. 11,515. Another roll to another Seffi property.
How about 1 and 5 for a 6?
No.
That's the Reading Railroad.
Well, first off, we paid him for go. And secondly, it's hostile takeover time again. So another chance for somebody to take over someone else's property. This is the chance to try to knock Seffi down. Good luck.
All right, players. Which country singer recorded a pop album under the guise of fictional character Chris? And that's Seffi.
Garth Brooks.
Garth Brooks is correct. All right, what are we attacking?
Okay. We've got to go for yellow properties.
All right, he's going after poor Gianni. Whoopsie.
I was going to say, the yellow, as in Brandon's other property.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. All right, so let's back it up.
Yellow.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, we go.
All right. So, yeah. All right, Atlantic Avenue. 1150 at risk for this first question. In anatomy, which sense organ contains the anvil and stirrup bones?
The hearing organ or the ear.
The ear is correct, so that's one. Now we move over to Ventnor Avenue, another 1150 at risk. After a dispute with President Truman, which general was removed from his command of the Korean War?
MacArthur.
MacArthur is correct. And 1,200 at risk. Get this question correct, however, and you've stolen another Monopoly. The Greek servant Damocles was forced to sit while what item was suspended over his head?
A sword.
Sword is correct, and you have stolen the yellow property group. $800 is coming your way, taking you to $12,515. Next roll, please.
Next roll in a minute 15 to go. We got 5 and 3 for an 8.
Here we go.
And that is Park Place.
The Seffy Show continues with $1,500 for this question, Seffy.
In television, Pamela Anderson had an early role as a Tool Time girl on what sitcom?
Home Improvement.
Correct for $1,500, taking you to $14,015. Next roll.
6 and 3 for a 9.
We pass go for $200, and we land on Oriental Avenue.
All right, Seffy, another question your way, 550.
After the Santa Maria sank, on which ship did Columbus return to Europe from his first voyage to America?
1 and 2 shot. I'm going to go with the Nina.
Nina is correct. 550. 14,765. Next roll.
2-1 for a 3.
Connecticut Avenue.
$600 on the line, Seffy.
During Prohibition, which Justice Department agent led the unit known as the Untouchables?
Elliot Ness.
Correct. 15,365. Next roll. Thank God it's over. I would like to call Ducky from NCIS to do an autopsy on these bodies. Let's
dead.
Yeah, let's take a look at how things stand right now. In third place is our gold player Gianni Pizzi, $1,670. In second place is our current champion, not for long, Brandon Scruggs at $3,125. And in first place is our green player Scott the Murderer McVeigh, $15,365. We're going to take a commercial break. We're going to let you sit there and see if you can figure out who's going to win this game. And when we come back, we're going to play the big money round with someone that's potentially a color that's mixed when you make blue and yellow together. Right after this, here on Monopoly. Welcome back here to Monopoly. That's right, Monopoly. You know our sponsor. If Seffi just gave you a stinger and you can no longer fill your dinger, then you see Alice. Thank you. See Alice, call me. All right, well. All right, well, yes, right now Seffi Mania is running wild here on the set of Monopoly. But let's do the due diligence and let's get to it. Of course, we start with our third place player that came out of that last round, Gianni Pizzi. He had $1,670. We sell back his upgrades, which are all that's left on the board that's not green, which nets him an additional $750, taking him up to $2,420. Next, we go to Brandon Scruggs and say, congratulations for your $3,125 and thank you for being a champion here. And finally, we go over to Scott Seffi McVeigh. He finished that last round with $15,365. When we sell back all of his upgrades and all the ones he took from Brandon Scruggs, he was able to net an additional $4,750. We add that to his total, and tonight he finishes with $20,150. Seffi, you are the new champion of Monopoly, and I believe you now own the show. Well, Seffi, we'll be back in just a minute to talk to you about possibly being able to serve in your administration moving forward. But first, let's go and talk to our other players. We start with our third place finisher today, Gianni Pizzi. Gianni, on a normal night, while 24-20 would not normally win, it's a pretty respectable total. Tonight, it looks like the crumbs of the breadcrumbs. Tell me, did you get a good night's sleep during this game?
Yeah, a little bit. I tried to hit the buzzer a little bit, but these guys, they're pretty good. So, it was a little quick, but hey, hoping to come back and hopefully get a win in this series.
Well, hey, we would definitely love to have you back again. So, at the end of the day, Gianni, with this being your first game of this season, what can you say would be the one key that you have taken away from this game that you think will help you when you do get to come back later on?
Just be quick of a buzzer. Probably use my laptop, not my phone, to buzz in.
Hey, that is possible.
What would help to use? So,
you know, about the only other thing I might suggest at this point is maybe go on to Amazon and see if you can find a replica Jeopardy buzzer. That might be your best bet at this point, especially if Seffi sticks around for very long. But yeah, hey, you did a really good job. We appreciate you playing. That $2,420 will go into your bank for the season. So thank you very much for playing, ladies and gentlemen. Give it up there for Mr. Gianni Pizzi. All right, and next we go over to our now former champion, Mr. Brandon Scruggs. Brandon, $3,125 today. Again, not a number that you sneeze at. Normally wouldn't win the game, but today, yeah, it. Just tell me, what are you feeling after what happened there?
I feel like, just for me, is like if I could have just been like a hair faster on some of those questions during the acquisition round, I don't think it would have nearly been this much of a snowball for Johnny. But it's hard to win a game when you don't even get to get asked a question. So I'm like, it's not even that I'm mad about my play, because there was none.
Well, this is true. You know, it was one of those, you were running neck and neck with him in the acquisition phase, but I think it really just comes to show if you can't, you know, get enough of those monopolies, then trouble will ensue.
Yeah. And again, he got he got very good questions for the takeovers and just bullied me straight out of the game. And once he took me out, yes, yeah, he just ran away with it. So I think there was nothing I could do at that point.
Yeah. Well, hey, good news is you were able to take down the big jackpot in the last game. So again, congratulations again on that. With the amount you take out with you tonight, you are comfortably currently in first place, although at this point, Scott might have something to say about that. Right now for the season, you're at $117,765, and our thanks for playing.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
All right, yeah. Brandon Scruggs, great player. I'm sure we'll see him back again before the season ends. And if we look at even just last season, the amount he has right now would definitely be enough to have him easily into the top 9. We'll see how this season goes. But, yeah, great player there. And now we come over to the man of the rest of our hours, Scott Seffy McVeigh, $20,115. I honestly, I feel damn near violated at this point.
Yeah, and I feel very ashamed for all that violation myself at this rate. Oh my God.
But you know, it's one of those things when the questions line up just right, and that's the thing. You have been on this show before, and you know we take a look at just what you've done this season. The last time we saw you, $10,000, and that wasn't enough to win. So I guess this time you said, well, let me double it, and maybe that'll do it.
Yeah, I guess that's what happened. So there we go.
Yeah, but we've definitely seen you on here playing nights to where you didn't get a whole lot going on. So again, there's a lot to be said, and it's just a reminder to the players out there. The questions mean everything, and it's just one of those things. And Seffy, I think you would agree. It's one of those that it's a reminder to everybody that even if you're not playing in a game, pay attention. Listen to the questions being asked, because you can pick up a lot from listening to games that are going on, especially when the games are run by good trivia writers and people that go out and find really good sources for trivia. It can definitely help you in future games.
Yes, I agree there.
Well, Seffy, there's not a whole lot else we can say there other than if you're ready, let's go see if we can pick up another chunk of change, although it won't be a lot more than you've already won, as we go once around the block. All right, of course, one of our favorite times of the evening here, our bonus game once around the block. Before, well, I shouldn't say before. We'll get to that thing in just a moment, because I think there's something we might have missed in a week here, but we're going to make sure that we do it right this time. So, of course, here you have a chance to win up to $50,000, as our jackpots have all reset after what Brandon did last week. So $50,000 is the most you can win here this week. So, of course, you are going to get rolls that's going to help you go around this board. If you can make it all the way around the board and pass go, we're going to give you $25,000 in cash. Land exactly on go like Brandon did last week, and he did it easily enough, we'll give you $50,000. So, of course, for every space that you make it around the board, we're going to give you an extra $100 into that center pot. You can walk away at any time with it. If you make it through all your rolls, you will get that money as well. You just got to watch out for that go to jail space up in the upper right-hand corner. Oh, wait a minute. We need to add some more go to jail spaces, 4 to be specific. We're going to put 1 on 2nd Street, 1 on 3rd Street, and 2 on 4th Street. So if you would, tell me, where would you like yours on 2nd Street between St. Charles Place and New York Avenue?
I'm thinking this over. I think Virginia Avenue sounds like a good spot to put it on 2nd Street.
All right, there's Virginia. Now we need 1 on 3rd Street between Kentucky Avenue and Marvin Gardens.
I think I'm actually want to go Marvin Gardens on this one.
All right, Marvin Gardens. And then we need 2 on 4th Street between Pacific Avenue and Boardwalk.
All right. Community Chest and Chance.
All right, Community Chest and Chance. I like seeing those there, too, because they don't have to look at them. All right, so we have placed our 4 go-to-jail spaces. Now, here's the thing that I alluded to a moment ago. when we got into this season, we made a few changes into how our game worked. And for every successful hostile takeover, if you made it to the bonus game, you got one extra re-roll, or an extra roll, or you could re-roll. Okay?
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So, we're going to hold on to those. Okay? So, we're going to remember, and our judge will help us remember. So, if you ever roll one that's going to run you into a go to jail, you can re-roll it. And we'll just stay right where we're at and not run into it. So, with that being said, we wish you the best of luck. We've got Mr. Monopoly over there. He's going to fire that rock and roller up. And whenever you're ready, Seffi, you've got the red button. You press it to stop it.
Okay. Now.
3 and 4 for a 7.
Okay, whoopsie, that was not supposed to do it that right. Okay,
Let's try that
so
again.
let's do that, and we'll do 6 more. That should have added another $100 there. Okay, there we go. Now it's fixed. $700 goes in the center pot. You have got 4 rolls remaining at minimum. You could have 2 additional ones, of course. So you can walk away right now, or you can continue on. Only bad roll right now is a 7.
Okay, let's keep going here.
All right, fire that rock and roller back up. And you hit that button when you're ready to stop it.
Now.
3 and 5 for an 8.
All right, so we passed it. $800 into the center pot. $1,500. You have got 3 rolls remaining at minimum right now, with 2 rolls sitting over, 2 extra rolls or a re-roll in the bank for you. $1,500. Right now, you have no bad rolls. So, of course, I know you're going to want to go on. So, rock and roller fired back up, and hit the button when ready.
All right. Come on, boxcars, get me farther. Now.
2 and 3 for a 5.
All right. $2,000 is in the center pot now. So we are halfway there. All right. You can walk away with that $2,000. Your next bad rolls are 9 and 10. Of course, you still have got those 2 safeties sitting out there to help you out. So continue on or walk away.
Let's keep going.
All right. Fire that rock and roller up. Hit that red button when ready.
All right, let's see anything but a 9 or a 10. Now.
3 and 4 for a 7.
Now, I will remind you, so this would be a good time to do this. So, I can add that $700 in, or if you like, we can go back to where we were and re-roll it if you don't like your positioning. So, do you want to keep that roll?
I will keep that roll.
All right, so $700 goes in, $2,700. So again, you've got 1 regular roll left, and then we've got 2 extras in there if needed. All right, bad rolls: 2, 3, 6, 9. So lots of bad rolls in there. All right.
At least I have some reroll options here.
This is true, so I'm going to assume you're going to go on since you've got some safety there. So fire up that rock and roller.
Okay. Oh, I'd love to see anything except for those bad 4 numbers. Now.
4 and 2 for a 6.
Okay, so that 6 would hit you on a go to jail. I'm going to assume you're going to use a reroll.
Yes, I am going to use a reroll.
Okay, so we throw that one back. So now you're down to 1 safety.
Okay.
Okay, and you still.
And let's do this again. Let's avoid that 6, 2, 3, or 9. Now.
Roll that one again because it didn't even go in the box. It's doubles, and it's an 8.
Yes. Yes. Yes, 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 yes.
All right, so $800 goes in. $3,500 is in the center pot now. You're safe. You're as safe as can be. You cannot hit go to jail. So we're just going to go ahead and pop that extra roll in there because there's no way that you're going to. So unless at this point you're winning. No, well, I can't say that because you could roll twos twice and finish one short. Now,
That's possible.
You
Also,
roll.
if you did that, you'd go to jail. Because that's 3 doubles in a row.
True.
Oh, yeah.
So, of course, I'm going to assume you're going to go on.
You know I am. I'm actually in this easy money.
Yep. A 5 gives you 50,000, 6 or above, and you get out of here with 25,000. Hit the red button when you're ready.
All right, come on, 5. Come on, 5. Now.
It's a 5!
2 weeks in a row, our jackpot has been won. $50,000 comes over to you. Wow. So we take that $50,000 and put it on with the ridiculous amount of money that you won there in the front round. That means tonight alone, $70,115. Oh my God, is all I can say here. Steffi, I know that you have got to be feeling absolutely excited right now to know that you have just hit that mega jackpot.
Wow.
And that music just continues on to play, so yeah, and there it is. There we go. We knock it out there. Yeah, I knocked it out. That's right. So, Seffi, if you would, for the viewing audience out there, would you repeat the last thing you said?
I was basically saying I'm half speechless, but all I can say is, wow.
Yeah, that was amazing. So again, $70,115. We add that in with what you won the first time you were here. So right now for the season, you're up to $80,115. And of course, you have now skyrocketed up the board, and you're in second place overall.
Wow.
I know you got to be feeling good.
Yeah, I pretty much am, though. I still feel a little bad that I had to overtake both Brandon and Gianni for this, though. But like I said, I'll take the win, but I still feel very humble for it. I still feel very humble for what I just did as well.
And hey, I totally get that. Like I said, you are now very safely and snugly into second place overall, $80,115. Believe it or not, you're only $37,650 behind Brandon Scruggs right now, but you're also almost $46,000 in front of the other Scott Michaels. But yeah, congratulations on what you've done here tonight. We'll see you back here again next week.
I will be back here as well, Mr. Ferguson.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, Scott Seffi McVeigh, as I bring Mr. Monopoly in over here. You know, we went through 2 seasons of 29 episodes total in each one, so 58 episodes. We were only able to hit that jackpot one time. And now in 6 episodes, we've not only hit it twice, but we've hit it back-to-back episodes.
I don't know what's in these days, but I'm not questioning it.
Yeah,
I'm really not questioning it.
we might need to crack those open. Are those the same dice that you used last week?
Yeah.
So next week we will be unveiling a new set of dice, just to make sure and to protect the future of Monopoly, for that matter. So outside of that, Jason, was there anything that was kind of a surprise for you this week?
I'm surprised Gianni was able to keep his section of the board after everything was said and done. The way things were going, I thought it was going to be a green sweep.
Well, and had one more, I thought to myself near the end of that game, if one more railroad comes up and he can take that from Gianni, we would have been playing Millionaires Club right there.
Yeah, and had the dice gone the way they did just now, we'd have been giving away $1 million.
Right? So, hey, just... And who knows, now that Seffi knows that's a possibility, he may come back next week and try to do just that. And, yeah. And here's the thing. We hope that you're going to come back again next week to be a part of this because, man, we have so much fun doing this for you guys. We're so lucky that Brandon has entrusted us to put this up on live stream week after week. Again, with this being episode 6, let's see, that marks 29, 58, and 6. We're at 64 episodes all time for Monopoly, although we're only 35 of them up on the channel. Again, if you want to see season 1, you got to see the tournament. That's there. If you want to see what happened in season 1 throughout season 1, which there was all kinds of big hits and whatnot in season 1, let Brandon know about that, and we can try to work out a way to get those episodes up on the channel as well. But again, thank you as always for being here to participate with us, to have a good time with us. And we also thank you for sticking around to make sure to watch the end of broadcast day each week. I can tell you, as you guys are watching it, we're watching it too and having lots of good fun with it, and love seeing your guys' comments as they pop up in the live chat. So thanks for sticking around for that. Brandon worked really hard on that. Of course, give us a thumbs up if you like this video. Tell us what you like. Tell us what you don't like, because we always are looking to improve our show here. Make sure that you subscribe to the channel, because, again, we're only a little short time away, and it's going to be that time of year for the Match Game Hollywood Squares Hour here. We're definitely looking forward to that here as a part of our year end. Make sure that you are coming in with us again tomorrow night, as we will continue our Barry and Enright Cup. We are looking forward to the next episode of that. Next week, we've got at least 3, if not 4 live streams that are coming up. Brandon, will you be doing your live stream of Card Sharks? This
Yeah, let's say programming note for those out there on the YouTube channel. Because of what I'm having to miss yesterday, you're actually going to get 2 episodes of Card Sharks this week. One will be airing on Wednesday night at 10 p.m. Eastern time here on the channel, and then the other one will be back on our regular Sunday night spot at 9 o'clock there. So 2 episodes of Card Sharks live right here on the channel.
So yeah, you guys have a lot to look forward to next week. You're going to have Sunday Card Sharks. You'll have Monday Monopoly. You'll have Tuesday Barry and Enright Cup, and then Thursday we will have our 2nd annual Thanks Streaming event. We're definitely looking forward to that, and the opportunity to get out there and play with you guys as well. That will definitely be an opportunity for you guys to actually get involved. Even if you aren't a part of the Discord channel, there will still be opportunities for you to play with us on that night as well. And we definitely look forward to that as our way to give back to you guys once again, in a way to say thanks. So with that being said, it is time for us to get on up out of here. As always, he was Jason Myers. He was Neil Sternitsky. I'm Turd Ferguson, and you sure as hell aren't. We'll see you back here next week when we go once around the block once again, right here on Monopoly. Until then, everybody, take care and good night. Ladies and gentlemen, as the final buzzer sounds and the lights dim on another exciting day, we bid farewell here at MVG Productions, broadcasting from the heart of Silva, North Carolina. Today we've seen contestants triumph, puzzles unravel, and fortunes change. We hope our game shows brought you thrills, laughter, and maybe a few nail-biting moments. Thank you for being a part of our audience, supporting us, and recognizing the vision of Brandon Scruggs, who owns and operates MVG Productions. Until next time, we leave you with our national anthem. Good night.